Good luck, have fun, players. In the bottom left-hand corner, representing the blue laser aliens, it is XRTG Nate, or also known as Lord Nate 18. In the top right-hand corner, also representing Protoss, he is Shrimp from HTX. Shrimp is no joke either. He is like, what, 4,900 5k Protoss? He's a pretty good Protoss. I've only seen him a few times on ladder because, you know, I like to take dips down into 4,500 land these days. But both players, I think, right around 48 to 5k, or 4,800 to 5k. Very good Protoss players. We'll see what these guys like to do in the mirror matchup. A lot of Protoss matches I watch, PvP ends up just kind of being scout the cheese. One player going proxy robo, another one going Stargate, or, you know, double Stargate, something weird. Let's see what these guys like to do. Nate already going for double gas. We'll probably see a second gateway coming down. Scouting probe goes across the map. Double gas from Shrimp as well. Yeah, second gateway goes down. And we should see the cyber core shortly after that. On Shrimp side of the map, same deal. Just a little bit later on the second gateway. And there's the cyber core. Okay. So, now this is where things can get funky. Shrimp, he's going for it. There it is. The proxy is there. Will Nate be able to scout it? That's the question. Nate goes around. It'll be interesting to see if he scouts or if he noticed the pylon. Ooh, and Shrimp canceling that second pylon in his main. So we're probably gonna see a robo get dropped down here with that extra mineral dump. There it is. Proxy robo from Shrimp. 2-gate proxy robo. What do we have on Nate's side here? No tech quite yet. Instead, we got warp gates and 2 stalkers on the way. So it's gonna be 2 stalkers against 2 adepts, or adepts. Everyone says I say that word wrong. They're liars. They're adepts. All right, probes fighting over this tower. Shrimp gonna be able to push Nate away. Nate's not seeing the proxy yet, so this is a little bit scary for Nate. His stalkers are gonna go around the map. Oh, is he gonna find it? He just misses it, boys. He just misses it. Oh my goodness, he's just gonna barely miss it again. He knows something is up, but he can't find it. He knows, but he doesn't know. All right, so stalkers are gonna go across the map. He has no idea about this proxy, which is, it's here. Nate has an idea. He puts down the safety battery, gets his own robo back at home. This is gonna be a very tough hold. He's perfectly surrounding this robo without scouting it. It's amazing. It's actually amazing. Oh, there it is. He found it. All right, now is the response. How is he going to respond to it? He already has, okay, he cancels the shield batteries. He gets shield batteries on the low ground instead. This is gonna get really scary really fast. The shield batteries are not ready yet. These stalkers are gonna have to defend them while they're building. Here we go. Immortal coming in, gets a really good shot off on that stalker, and they are gonna be able to cancel these batteries. These batteries are as good as dead. Nate is going to recall these stalkers, rightfully so. There is no way he was going to be able to save that little battery recharge station, I guess is what we'll call it. All right, and the second battery at the top goes down as well. So Shrimp going up the ramp now. He's going to go for pylons. He's going to try and unpower these gateways. All right, and here we go. Nate getting an immortal out. He's able to push this back, but losing the ability to warp in units is very scary when you're facing some sort of one-base play. You got 3 gateways and now a Colossus Bay coming down for Shrimp. This is very, very scary for Nate. He doesn't have any way to warp in units. He's just got the units he has plus 1 immortal. Looks like he's working on a warp prism to work on some micro tricks. That'll be really handy coming on later. It's gonna be interesting to see if it's Disruptor or Colossus. I'm guessing Disruptor because that is what Nate named the replay. A little bit of a spoiler alert. It's probably gonna be Disruptor play. But with this warp prism, Nate could probably push this back with good enough micro. There's 2 immortals, which is a little scary, but ooh, Shrimp losing one of his stalkers maybe? No. That stalker goes back to the group. All right. So Nate now getting another immortal, and he's now able to warp in units to defend. There's still a gateway advantage count for Shrimp, and he has his expansion started. So the longer this goes, the more in favor it is for Shrimp. Nate's going to have to either push this back or do something to create some pressure on the other side of the map, because the longer Shrimp threatens on this side, the worse this gets for Nate. So he's got 2 immortals of his own now. The first disruptor coming out for Shrimp. This is going to be very tough. He's going to have to micro with the warp prism to make sure that his units don't get caught by that disruptor. Disruptors can be devastating in this matchup, just as devastating as they are in TVP. Ooh, nice pick up there. Disruptor shot not getting anything. With the warp prism, he's going to be able to do some micro to keep his units alive. And it looks like he's actually got more. Yeah, he's actually got, it looks like he's got more army supply now than Shrimp. Shrimp hasn't been warping in as many units. Another disruptor about to finish. Nate wanting to push these units back, but the slow warp, and he's going to be able to reinforce here. And now another shot going off. Ooh, nice save. Saves just in the nick of time. Gets that immortal into the prison. But now Shrimp getting that little extra economy. As long as he's able to eke out probes here, it's going to be very difficult for Nate to do any more damage. All right, so he is able to stop the robo from producing more units. That's key. There's no more disruptors that are going to come out from there. I don't see another pylon going down. And now robo being built in the main of Shrimp. He's going to reinforce there instead with disruptors. And now Nate has a disruptor of his own. So we're going to see disruptor against disruptor, guys. The dream. We're going to see some good memes here. I'm excited. All right. Nate going down the ramp. He's going to take out this robo bay, or robo facility. That is gone. And now Shrimp going back, retreating home, realizing he has the base advantage. He has the probe advantage. If he is able to defend this, he should be fine. He's going to get some sentries to block out units. So now we get to the part where Nate's going to have to decide, do we go for a big attack to even things up? Do we try to kill our opponent here, or we just play from behind, maybe take an earlier third, and just kind of try to catch up? How are we going to do this? It looks like Nate's going to go for the attack option. He doesn't want to play catch up. He doesn't want to play catch up later. He wants to catch up now. He wants to try and get some units off. He's got disruptors in his warp prism. I don't think Shrimp has seen them. It doesn't look like it. We'll see if yeah, he hasn't seen disruptor tech from Nate, so very good. He's hiding the disruptors in the prism. Ooh, and both disruptors now using their energy right away, or using their Nova right away. That's going to be key for Nate here. He's going to have the advantage. He's going to be able to fire off his own disruptor Novas. Cancels a warp in. Oh, is he going to try and get into the main? Oh, here we go. Money shots for the disruptors there. Oh, big hits on those stalkers. Nate getting the money shot there. That's what we call that. And able to get away safely, saving both disruptors and backing up now. Stalkers on the chase though. Shrimp going for the chase. There's no charge yet for these zealots. He's just gonna need a little bit of time before the next Novas come out. You'd like to see the Immortals taking some shots. Oh, here we go. Another big disruptor shot. Oh, destroying so many stalkers. The big mistake chasing against disruptors, and another big attack, or another big hit, but on the other side, getting rid of most of the Immortal shields here. But so many stalkers being lost in those first hits by Nate, just destroying all the stalkers for Shrimp almost. And now, even though there are no more disruptors on Nate's side, he took out a huge chunk of Shrimp's army. The supply is pretty even though. Both players pretty even on supply actually. Oh. That was a big disruptor hit there for Shrimp. Both these players just trading blows back and forth with the disruptor Novas. 2 Immortal drop going across the map for Shrimp. Nate going for a disruptor shot of his own. Putting the pressure back on over here. Is he going to drop it out? Yeah, he's going for it. Oh! Another money shot takes out enemy disruptor and a whole bunch of zealots. Ooh, that is hard to watch, guys. If you do not like disruptors, if you get post-traumatic stress like me from watching disruptors, do not watch any more of this game. You're just gonna see so many dead units. And now Nate retreating back. He's gonna try and retreat and use his own disruptors again. Ooh, losing the Warp Prism. That is tough. All right, Nate sending his Disruptor Nova off, gets a couple more Stalkers. It looks like he's gonna lose this trade though. Oh my goodness, he loses everything to that last disruptor shot. And now Nate, a lone disruptor coming out. He's doesn't get anything with that one, but oh my goodness, the losses, you guys. All these units are pretty much lost to disruptors. And now Shrimp warping in some more units. What does Nate have at home? Not a lot. He's got 3 Stalkers. That is his army. 35-9 army supply. Nate in a lot of trouble here. And I don't know how he's going to come back. He is going to need some... He's going to need some really money disruptor shots again on his side of the map, though. It's going to be very difficult for him to hold 50 army supply to 26. That is rough. That is as rough as it gets, boys. All right. Nate catching the... Oh, is he going to catches the Warp Prism? That helps a lot. But, oh, and blinks away from that disruptor shot. So, able to save his units there and get rid of the reinforcing... dropship. Warp Prism, that's the name of that unit. All right. Stalker's moving across the map now. Gonna try and catch some of these units maybe, and then blink away before the disruptors can nail their hits. We'll see what he goes. Oh no, he's actually going for... He's gonna catch these... Gonna intercept these zealots. So, oh, and a big disruptor hit. Catching the zealots, and then catching the disruptors and the rest of the army. A huge blunder from Shrimp, losing... The tables have turned. Now it's 40 army supply to 29 in favor of Nate. Nate just getting an insane couple of disruptor shots while catching a zealot run by. Just everything that could have gone wrong there for Shrimp going wrong. And now Nate back on the offensive, wanting to go across and push the third base. What are we watching here, guys? No upgrades, just mass disruptor and gateway units. Okay, a couple disruptor shots going off, but a good blink from Nate, able to get away from those shots, and now putting pressure on the third base of Shrimp. He should be able to take this base off while pressuring with the disruptors. There's no shots available for Shrimp. Yeah, okay, he's got one shot available now, but there's no units. Ooh, yeah, he's not. That's a hopeful shot. All right, disruptors going back and forth. Firing. Oh no. Oh, a nice shot from Shrimp, able to take out 2 disruptors for 1. That is good for Shrimp. And now Nate going to have to retreat here. Maybe not with Blink. He's going to try and he's going to keep fighting here, but he's going to lose his Warp Prism in the process. You know, what started off as a great attack, now Nate's going to have to kind of come back a little bit. The army supply again in favor of Shrimp, just going back and forth. The swings are crazy this game. The swings in supply that disruptors can accomplish, it's insane what they can do. All right, couple of free shots for Shrimp Stalkers, and Nate's gonna blink away from those, get towards the tower, try and get the vision advantage. And we have more disruptors on the way for Nate. More disruptors for both players. What is the counter to Disruptor Stalker in this matchup? I wonder. Would it be... It wouldn't be Air Tech, because Stalkers are too good against Void Rays. And you would just die too early, I think. I guess maybe adding Phoenix? More Disruptors than Stalkers? Phoenix Stalker? That would make sense. I've actually never seen. Do you think a Phoenix, when it picks up the Disruptor, cancels the Nova? Alright. Stalkers blinking forward, taking out a few Zealots. Oh my god. Oh my god! Traitor! A huge blunder again for Shrimp. He hits a huge chunk of his own units with that disruptor, and now Nate's smelling blood in the water. He's blinking forward. He kills one disruptor. He's gonna go for another one. A huge mistake from our red Protoss. now all the disruptors dead, but the army supply only 20 in favor of Nate. If another disruptor comes down that ramp, it could go back in Shrimp's favor, but wow, that was a bad misclick, losing half of his units to his own disruptor shot. Now Nate just going across with more stalkers and a disruptor of his own. He sees no units at the third base. His third base is mining, but there's some zealots here now running by, killing probes. These stalkers putting pressure on the third base of the red Protoss. 2 disruptors and a whole lot of stalkers against how many units here? 5 zealots. He's getting a few more zealots, but no disruptors of his own on this side of the map. I think Nate's got this. He recalls half of his units to defend his base from these run-bys, and now there's no disruptors here for Shrimp. Shrimp in dire straits here. He needs some sort of splash, but he has none. Just a lot of zealots, and now here we go. Stalkers pressuring these zealots and blinking back. Going to be able to kite these zealots to the ends of the earth, and I think Nate's going to take it with a 50 supply lead right now. There is nothing, almost nothing in production for Shrimp. He's just going to keep making more zealots, but that is not going to do any. Oh no, Dark Templar now. 4 Dark Templar. Is there any observer on this side of the map? There are no observers. So these Dark Templar are going to be able to kill so many units unless Nate can he get Disruptor Novas off on the invisible units? That is the key here, because now Nate doesn't really know what to do. All of his units just kind of derping around dealing with Dark Templars. Dark Templar in every base. Oh my goodness. So he recalls a few, or warpins a few units, and now he's going to go back with all of his stalkers. He's going to retreat completely. Last ditch Dark Templar effort from Shrimp. Main base mining out for both players. And now what are we reduced to? 16 workers for Nate to 49. But the army supply is so in favor of Nate. Now he just needs a couple of observers at each base. Even recalling this DT after all the harass it did. Wow, what a cool play from Shrimp. Not sarcastic at all. Just trying to. It was really neat seeing him come back right now with a few Dark Templar. Now he's getting splash damage of his own. Didn't even see the shrine going up. Holy shit, guys. All right, Nate going across the map with all of his stalkers. He's leaving units, a lot of units at home. So what Nate needs to do, he needs to clear out Shrimp's observers, because if Shrimp catches Nate's observers, he can do more damage with the DTs. That's what there needs to be, an observer with these stalkers, but there's no observer yet. So Nate or Shrimp going around with more Dark Templar. He's going to go to the third base of Nate trying to get his economy back going, but he's still, oh no, not paying attention, loses only 2 stalkers. Could have been much worse. Only losing 2 stalkers. All right, a bunch of DTs now at the third base of Nate. A couple more going to go to the natural, but there is a cannon here, so they will not be able to do anything. They're going to turn around and then focus on that third base. Nate, all right, Nate said enough is enough. Your army cannot be that big. He's going to blink away from that Disruptor Nova. And he knows that he's got the army advantage. He wants to press that advantage. He wants to push into the third base and not allow it to go back up. Another Disruptor Nova going off. Ooh, getting a nice hit on those stalkers. But even so, very few units are in Shrimp's army here. He's not going to be able to defend this base from that many stalkers without the Dark Templar. And there's still no observer. There is an observer for Nate. So if he's able to snipe that observer, then maybe he can get the DT back in there, but he's not even going to go for it. He's actually just going to pull everything, all the probes, all the stalkers, the Dark Templar. They're going for it. They're able to push back the stalkers a little bit, but that observer is going to be able to keep firing off at the Dark Templar. He's just pulling everything to attack these stalkers. On his side of the map, he was very safe. He lost his third base, but actually, this looks pretty good for Shrimp. He's able to take a lot of units out, and there's no more observer here. The observer set up in the stationary mode. Oh, and Shrimp actually calling GG. GG.